Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. As you can see, I have dressed up because the temperatures has got a bit chilly here, but it's not so much cold. I don't know whether you find this. It's not so much cold, it's the damp, it's the wet, it's the thick blanket of chemtrailing, geoengineering stuff they shoved up in the sky. When was the last time you saw the sun for, say, 2 or 3 consecutive days? You might have had one day, oh yes, you might have had one day, and go, oh look, actually everything's back to normal. Yes, that's right, everything's back to normal for one day, for, say, like, I don't know, 6 hours, because we don't get a lot of sunshine or even daylight at this time of year, do we? As we fast approach the winter equinox, do we not? And then it's then we're going to get the sun. Then we'll have long days, and we can all get back out in our speedos and sit there in our deck chairs and go, "Oh, January the 1st, it's positively balmy." We're all balmy here, you know. Yes, so I've decked myself up there because I just think it's worth just calling out every single day, as often as we can. They are spraying the skies. This is not normal. This is not normal. Do you remember the winter in which the snow was on the ground, the crisp, frosty mornings? You could go for a walk up over the South Downs or over the Pennines, wherever it is you happen to be. You could stroll, you could blow out a lovely fog from your mouth. And I'm not talking about pipe smoking at this particular moment, although I will go back and enjoy a nice bowlful and warm up my hands with that a little later. However, you could go out there and the sun would be out, and it would be winter, and it would be normal, it would be natural. Now we just have this damp, foggy, semi-cold, semi-warm, not one thing or the other, miserable sort of thing. And the idea behind it, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, is to keep your vibrations low. It is, of course, to poison the food, to stop things from growing, but it's also to stop you from staying happy and high vibrational. And what we have to do is we have to fight against that. We have to fight to say, no, thank you very much indeed, very kind of you. But no, I'm going to keep myself happy, jolly, and if it means I have to be a bit mad in the process, not mad as in, you know, them giving you the psychotic drugs and all of that, we keep ourselves happy and laugh at them. Ha, 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 ha! You can't hurt us, because they are in their last death throes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last. How long it will last, I don't know. But just think this, it must be costing them a fortune to mine out of the ground all the necessary stuff that they sprinkle from the sky in order to do their devilish work. It must be costing them a fortune to have that shipped in the numbers that they have to have it shipped to the various airports around the world, and then it must cost them absolute fortune to have the secrecy of it, to load it in when nobody is looking, and then add it to the aeroplanes however they dispense it, because they can dispense it in lots of different ways, whether from aeroplanes or ships. They're also firing cannons into the sky. Yes, so we must laugh at them. We must laugh and say, it must be costing you an absolute fortune to keep this up. And, well, soon you'll run out of money, because we're not paying for it, thank you very much, because we are not paying our taxes for that purpose, thank you. To have us snuffed out? No, thank you very much. Anyway, so we must laugh. We must laugh. Anyway, enough of this. Let's get back to some sort of normality as much as we can. Have ourselves a nice hot cup of coffee, and notice I have a tractor. Let's see if I can show that on the screen. A tractor on my cup in support of the farmers. Because we need more farmers. We need more food. Now, I'm going to get on to the main subject of today's show. I know I'm a bit waffly, but I'm keeping my vibrations high. I've just noticed that my cuff is out. There we are. We want to look as smart as we can. So let's have another look at the Food Finders Hub today. And we go to a place called Forbidden Fruit and Veg in Badminton. Now, I'm not talking about the sport with the big old shuttlecock. I'm not talking about that. You might shuttle your cock. But, matey, let's have another little gander at this. This is on the Food Finders Hub. The link will be in the description. And you may be, if you're in the Badminton in sort of South Gloucester area, you may like to go and visit this for some good, wholesome food. I've actually been there, and I've interviewed the lady who, some months ago, I think it was last year, actually. But anyway, or did I interview her? I can't remember. Yes, I did. I'll have to see if I can find it. Anyway, here it is, Forbidden Fruit and Veg, Badminton, South Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire, a market walled garden. It's like Victorian on a big house, Victorian garden based in Badminton, growing vegetables to organic standards. And I'll put the link in the description so you can find it. But here, bing, as if by magic, is a photograph of some of the sort of stuff that you can have. Forbidden fruit veg. Looks delicious, does it not? I think that's the only picture they've got up at the moment. But we would encourage them. There is, of course, the map, and you can find out exactly where it is located. And this is the great thing. And you can leave a review. We've got 5-star review. And Alison says, excellent fresh organic veg grown with such love and care by a small, dedicated team. So that's all you need to know there, which is good. Link in the description. Right, okay. Now, I want to read you... Let me just get rid of that. I want to read you an email. This is very serious and very sad. So change the mood a little bit here. Wobble, 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 change of mood. We haven't got any mood music. I seem to be a bit low in the... hang on a minute. I just might pump up my chair a bit. There we are. A bit low in the frame. So let's have a look at... I want to read this to you. So let's have a look. This is... very sad. Okay, so hope you get time to see this. This is an email from somebody who wishes to remain anonymous and says, I hope you get time to have a quick look at these pictures I took of my mum and friend with my magnets. These little magnets. You'll see this in a minute. I'll show you the pictures. My mum and dad passed away with stage 4 lung cancer, and my friend lost a baby at 35 weeks due to a clot in the placenta. A number of my nieces, that's 3 to 4, had miscarriages after the jibber jabber, whatever that is. Cannot think what a jibber jabber is. Not conclusive, but we know what is happening. Quite right, we do know what's happening. Yes, that medical intervention that a lot of people lined up for and had serviced on them, people are now regretting that in huge numbers. Thanks for your work, and you get so many interesting people on. That's a pleasure. If you show my pics, please keep me anonymous, because my family members are getting upset with me because you're calling out the truth. You're calling out the truth. And people go, no, I don't want to hear, no, I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Because it's difficult. Now, we've got to... These are people, genuine people, who have done what the government told them to do, thinking that they were doing the right thing, thinking that the government, the nice, kind, benevolent government, who only have our best interests at heart, as we saw with the pensioners when they took away the fuel money. They said, no, we've got those pensioners' best heart. We think that actually it's much healthier for them when they're old and frail and their skin is thinner and they need more heat, that we reduce the amount of money we give them so that when the fuel prices go up, they won't put the fires on. Nice, kind, benevolent government that we all love, don't we? We just love that Keir Starmer. Oh, my goodness. He's so cuddly, isn't he? Just, don't you want to give him a good squeeze? Maybe... in different places. Anyway, you might do. So, yeah, we've seen their colours now. People did what they were supposed to do, and now we need to let them save face, because what they did to themselves, duped, fraudulent, corrupt, is awful. I'm going to show you these pictures. Hang on, I need to get them up on the screen, so let's have a look. Here is the picture. Now, you may not have heard about this. Maybe you have. Maybe you've tried this with people. If you've had a... oh, that was a bit weird. I now feel a bit strange. Oh, my arms and legs don't work. Oh, my heart is having palpitations ever since a... and, oh, never mind. I'll have a nice boost on it. Oh, yes, even better now. Have you tried it with magnets, though? This is my correspondent there that I read, the sad, sad news, because her mother, just remember, died, and her friend's baby died. Thanks to, we know what it is. They say it's not conclusive. I live a stone's throw, by the way, from a hospital. And let me tell you, this is the ambulance route. And a few years ago, let's say 6 years ago, wasn't very busy. Now, you could almost count 3 or 4 every hour. Vum, 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 lights flashing. Sometimes they don't put the things on because they don't want to worry people. Anyway, let's have a look at the picture. This is a magnet. It's not glued on. That's just a magnet. On somebody's arm. Now, that should fall off, shouldn't it? That should just tumble to the ground. But because of certain metal particles that have been placed into the body through a certain jibber-jabby, they don't. Which suggests there's something mysterious going on, does it not? We all know it. We know it, don't we? We've read about this. You all know it. It's those people out there that don't. And then that's, I think that must be the lady who lost her friend. And this is the sad mother who also had the same thing. There's the magnet on the lady's arm. She is now deceased. It is very sad. It is very sad that this is happening. It is bloody awful. It isn't a joking matter, although I think that we do have to, as much as we can, and I know people will be going through awful tragedy at the moment. They will be very, very low. But we do need to fight back. And one of the ways that we can fight back is to keep our vibrations high and laugh at them as they poison the air, they poison the water, they poison the atmosphere with EMFs, they attack us by putting up fuel prices, they come after the legal fiction. We must be strong and laugh at them. Ha ha! You cannot do it. You're not going to get me down and miserable and heading off to the GP. Thank you very much. No. It may be grim, but I shall keep myself warm one way or t'other in a comedy moment, like something from, I don't know, the Beano I look like, like at the football thing, but never mind that. We've got to keep ourselves amused and happy and jolly. Stop watching the doom and gloom on the telly. Stop watching the news. Stop watching those YouTubers that are telling you, oh my God, this is going to happen. Keep your vibrations high. Keep happy. That's the last thing they want you to be, is happy. Smiling, upbeat, standing erect. They don't want it. They want you down and out and miserable as sin. But we're not going to be doing that. No, thank you very much indeed. Throw what you like at us. But we will not. We'll just brush it off. Brush it off. No, it doesn't affect us. Sorry, mate. It's costing you a fortune to keep all of this going, and the lies. Think of all the lies they're having to tell, and that costs a lot of money, and they've got to remember those lies, and we can see them forgetting it on the telly. What did we say about this? Is this global warming? Is this benevolent now? I can't remember. They don't know what they're doing. They're all robotic nonsense people. We have got the advantage on them. Thank goodness. Keep your vibrations high, no matter what's going on. Smile a while, and while you smile, another smiles, and soon there's miles and miles of smiles, and life's worthwhile because you smiled.